Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC, to Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, here for Chaos Corner and another episodic YouTube adventure for story time. Short stories on Chaos Corner. Coming to you live to tape 25 feet below the surface of the earth. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. I can't thank you enough for being here. Shout out to my mods. Austin Nance and the OTS Tribal Queen. Drop an elbow on that like button. Share, subscribe, leave a comment, get us in the fucking algorithm. And I apologize for the cussing. Let's jump right into it. So sit back and relax, grab a snack, grab a beverage. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell the IWC wrestling community. This is a much needed distraction, stress reliever, my love, my passion, and I know it comes across. And the connection that we have here on this channel. Go to the playlists, over 5,000 videos, everything from classics to Chaos Corner to Chaos Clips to Dinner for Two with my wife that I do here on the channel, our own show, to all the classic in-ring content and a vast majority of my career as a pro wrestling manager for over 3 decades, who took the fucking bumps too. Remember that. To all you out there podcasters and whatever you want to call yourselves who never stepped inside a ring and took a bump. No offense, man. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly on this channel. Lighten up, man. Kayfabe. It's still alive here on Chaos Corner. Un momento, por favor. Gotta have some coffee. It's early in the morning here at Chaos Corner. The lounge is empty. The executive offices are empty. The sleeping quarters are empty. It's just me and the savages, Emily and Eli, in honor of Emilio. And no, I don't have any fucking sponsors anymore, in case you're wondering. They kicked me to the curb. I gotta pick tar out of my ass. Right now, I got to literally jerk off the dog to feed the cat, but I'm certainly busier than a blow-up doll at a frat party. I know that's so corny you could butter it, because I must be butter because I'm on a roll. No offense. All right, focus, Chaos, focus. Let's get to the task at hand, the entertainment portion of our show. Got to keep everything within almost arm's reach here down in the vault. Eddie Gilbert, up in flames. He was neither the biggest nor the baddest, but Eddie Gilbert was surely one of the most entertaining characters to ever step foot in a wrestling ring. He was known throughout the industry as hot stuff, and surely he had the balls to back up his brash personality whenever he entered the arena to the sounds of the Donna Summer classic. Hot stuff, baby, this evening. I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. Gotta have some hot stuff. No? Too much? Too soon? Too early? Beginning his storied career, as most newcomers do, Gilbert's early days were filled with lots of time spent jobbing to the established stars of the WWF. Gilbert eventually traded in his losses and began to establish himself in the CWA based out of Memphis, Tennessee. It was here that Gilbert's cocky persona started to surface, most notably in his memorable feud with his former partner, Wildfire Tommy Rich, second to only Ronnie Garvin as the most undeserving NWA World Champion of all time. I'm just saying. In a time where Clara Peller was busy putting Wendy's on the map, oh, where's the beef? No copyrights here. YouTube, get your foot off my throat, will you, for crying out loud? Gilbert was building his Hot Stuff International Inc., and Cowboy Bill Watts, UWF, obviously the Universal Wrestling Federation. Boy, was Bill Watts one tough sumbitch. The Hot Stuff-led stable of heels included both future superstars Rick Steiner and Sting, as well as the always stunning but pain in the ass Missy Hyatt. Well, at least until 1994, anyway. Gilbert's greatest national exposure was wrestling for the NWA, in which he teamed with former Hot Stuff Inc. cohort Steiner against Kevin Sullivan's Varsity Club as a program against the Four Horsemen, in which he helped orchestrate the triumphant return of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. How about that for useless tidbits of information that you get here on the channel? That's why you're better off when you walk out of here than when you walked in, so you can actually carry on a conversation and know what the fuck you're talking about. When Gilbert left WCW, he also left Missy Hyatt. Hollywood John Tatum had to be ecstatic over that career move. You guys remember Hollywood John Tatum? Couldn't wrestle for two beans, but at least he got in the ring. Hollywood and Missy in world class. And joined up with the USWA, did Gilbert, yet another independent promotion that enabled him to book matches. Independent pro wrestling, the backbone of this industry, the backbone of this fucking business. I apologize for the cussing. I'm getting a little carried away. I get it, man, I get it. In one of his final moves as an established mastermind beyond the wrestling curtain, and he was a good booker, Eddie Gilbert, history shows. It was Gilbert that gave up his position as head booker for NWA's Eastern Championship Wrestling to Paul Heyman, who would eventually bring ECW to extreme new heights and help alter the landscape of wrestling forever. As far as hardcore, I guess you could say that, but not the wrestling industry itself. It's a bunch of horse shit, in my opinion. I'm just giving it to you. Raw dog. Sadly, Eddie Gilbert passed away at the age of only 33, leaving behind a legacy that will be remembered for both his in-ring psychology as well as behind-the-scenes genius. A life gone way, way too early. Let's do a little side slammers here, as I like to call it. And this is just all conjecture. And again, leave a comment in the Premier chat here. Let me know what we may have missed or what's not brought up here. We're going to go with the top 10 questionable pushes. Think about it. Top 10 questionable pushes in no particular order. Vampiro. Ricky Ratchman Nitro Parties. If you remember that, because I certainly do. Doink! I know a lot of people love Doink and Dink and so on and so forth. There were several incarnations from Matt Bourne to Ray Apollo to everybody and brother, uncles, sister's ass. Mighty Molly, if you remember that. She was one heck of a grappler, a Hall of Famer. Mighty Molly, really? WWF was certainly full of a lot of carny and cartoon characters. We know that. Especially during that era of the early 90s, late 80s maybe, when it was at its height and success in the middle 80s when you brought in the Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania era, WrestleMania. Let's face it, rock and wrestling. Scott Norton. Now I disagree with that. Norton should have been pushed more, in my opinion. Norton was one bad sumbitch, not only as a pro wrestler, but as an arm wrestler as well. And boy, his work in Japan, besides the garbage of when he joined the NWO when they had 50 members, the NWO was great when it started. But then when it split up, and the red and black, and the Wolfpack, and Too Sweet, and the black and white, they overstretched their limits. Just my opinion here. Everyone's entitled to it. It's my channel. I like to give you my views and thoughts, but mostly history and facts. So Scott Norton, to me, was not pushed too much. Zach Gowen, I'll give him credit for getting in there, having the balls to get in there. Eugene, That was quite the stretch and quite the corny character. Say that 3 times fast. Quite the corny character. Horace Hogan and the BS that was in WCW. Steve Mongo McMichael. Now, Mongo was excellent.
Tax Act knows filing your
Alexa,
taxes can be complicated.
Alexa, you see what I have to go through with this mechanical bitch here and the heat that I have with this AI? And you know it's been proven in a $95 million or billion-dollar lawsuit right now that Alexa and Siri do listen in on your devices. It's a fact. It's not a conspiracy theory. And when conspiracy theorists, people that claim all that conspiracy theory, and it ends up being true 90% of it, it's no longer a conspiracy theory. Oh, hold on here.
Our tax experts
Got a little interruption. Don't go anywhere. You see, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Wi-Fi, AI. Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorm sounds. I apologize, fans. And now she's going to continue to talk and talk and talk. I know, don't get too close. I scare the rats off cheesecake. I make onions cry. I get it, man. There's a lot of confusion and chaos going on here. Pun intended. Alexa, play Tropical Thunderstorm sounds.
Here's a station based on quiet tropical thunderstorm sounds by Nature Sounds Nature Music.
Talk about screwing up my show here. But it's okay, because we're going over screw-ups and 10 questionable pushes. Mongo McMichael, great on the field. Give him credit for stepping in there. But he certainly wasn't a good grappler. And I know he's very sick, and I believe he's... Am I right when I say that he's very sick in hospice care? Or I don't think he has passed away yet. I could be wrong. Somebody check me. I don't want to throw misinformation out there. So Mongo McMichael, and then Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley. I don't agree with that, and I don't agree with the list of 10 questionable pushes. Lashley got decent pushes and well-earned and well-deserved by Bobby Lashley, in my opinion. Same thing with Scott Norton. Should have pushed him more. But the rest of these are pretty accurate. Lashley, I disagree with. Mongo McMichael, I agree with. Horace Hogan, Eugene, persona non grata. Zach Gowen, he had heart, but I also agree. Norton, I disagree with. Molly Holly was a fantastic grappler, but you ruined her when you put her as Molly Holly. It was a joke. Unbelievable. Doink, the fans and the kids loved him, but it certainly was a part of the cartoon era. Even evil Doink. Vampiro, he had decent pushes, especially in Mexico. So I'm questioning that a little bit too. And of course, Ricky Ratchman Nitro parties. Google it. No, don't go Google it. Use DuckDuckGo. And again, I apologize for being all over the place on this episode with technical difficulties, Wi-Fi difficulties. Listen, I'm old school. It is what it is. So come on back. I got plenty of more content coming out, short stories. Again, get us in their algorithm. And thank you guys and gals for being here. I mean that. It's a shoot, man. What do you mean? Don't question me. Well, the place isn't completely empty. I'll say that to say this. Because I tell it like it is. Don't you dare miss it.